find it hard to get going in the mornings? It takes quite a while for you to warm up and become productive. Hello, my name's Greg Story. I'm the president of Dale Carnegie Training here in Japan. Well, Tokyo is a big city, Japan's a busy place, so for many of us, getting going in the morning is tough because the commutes are long and hard. It tends to be a late night culture here, and so people are basically tired when they roll up to work, and they're grumpy as well because they didn't get enough sleep. Well, we know that sleep's important. We've got to have the discipline to get to bed early. We've got to be fresh. You know, this is A-game ready every day in business in Japan because the competition never sleeps. The competition is always hard. We're always busy. It's always go, 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 busy, busy, busy here. So we have to be ready for that. But how do we get around this problem? Come in the morning, you're sort of dragging yourself off to work, and then you get there and you don't really feel ready to go. You're sort of just hanging around, brain's not really engaged. Well, the first thing is we've got to have a bit of a plan to get going. Now, I know lots of people say, no, I don't want to plan my day. I want to be spontaneous. I want to let my natural rhythm come out, and I don't want to be stuck to a schedule. Well, that's a big mistake because time is all we have. And how we use that time determines our life. And that determines our success in business. So the first thing we've got to do is get a grip on time. Now, some people, they like to plan the day the night before and then think about what's coming up overnight. In my case, I don't do that. I like to do it on the day. I like to get in the morning, start with a plan, look at the schedule, note what's going to be already in the schedules determined, think about the priorities, write those down, then get them in priority order of attack, because I know that I'm not going to get through everything in one day. I know that things will change, but I do know this. I know that if I work on the most high priority items every single day, then I will be vastly more successful than the majority of people who are working on whatever, random selection of things to be worked on. So having a plan is very important, and getting it down in writing is also very important. Now, I write it in pencil because things change. And I know that things I've got in my priority list could get completely gazumped, could get killed by something else. That's okay. When that something else is done, go back to the plan and keep going, or rearrange the plan based on what's happened. The key thing, though, is once you've got a plan, then your day's set for you. You can work very productively. And I know, for myself, the days when I fail to plan it, compared to the days I do plan it, are so vastly different in productivity. And the planning days are so much better. So first of all, get a plan. The second good thing to do is connect with your why. Why am I here? Why am I working here? What are we doing here? Why is what we're doing here important? Now, in our case, Dale Carnegie, because we're a training company, we teach this sort of stuff, right? So we have to have our own dog food and eat it, right, as they say. We have to take our own medicine. So in our days, we start with a review at the chore, the morning meeting. We go through the vision of the company. We go through the mission. We go through the values. We go through our motto. We go through our mantra. We look at some good news from everybody. We look at our Dale Carnegie Human Relations Principle. We take one every day, and the person who's leading the session, it goes by rotation, the person who's leading the session talks about what that principle means to them. We have the top 3 priorities for everyone. We have who's coming to visit us, who we're visiting, so we share some information. We have the motivational quote of the day. We're done. 5 minutes, it's done. But it's a great reconnector with our why. And that, what's the vision? What's the mission? What are the values of the company? Very, very important. Now, you might think, oh, well, look, we've done that. Everyone's got it. Trust me. Let me get on the phone and ring your company and ask your colleagues, what's the vision of the company? What's the mission? What are the values? I'll guarantee you very few companies can actually pull that one off and be able to tell you what the vision, mission, values of the company are. As a training company, we go into companies, we take this stuff off the wall, we turn it around and we hide it. And we ask the participants in the classroom, what's the vision of the company? What's the mission? What's the values? Nobody ever gets the vision, because usually too long they can't remember it. No one gets the mission, because usually too long they can't remember it. And usually have about 5 values, and they usually get about, collectively as a group, they usually come up with around about 2. So obviously it's not sinking in. That's why you've got to do it every day. Even if you're not doing it as a group, you don't have a chore day and you don't do that, connect yourself. What's your why? Why are you here? What are you doing here every day, and why are you doing it? Connect with your why. That gives you energy. That gives you some direction. That gives you some motivation about what's important to you. And then the why doesn't have to just be a business reason. Obviously, you've got family to support, You've got things to achieve. You've got bills to pay. You've got lots of things to worry about. You need to work, right? So there's got to be a strong why about why you do that particular type of work. Reconnect with your love of what you do, and that will be a great energizer for you during the day. So here's a couple of ideas. When we come in the morning, okay, to try and get ourselves revved up, plan our days, reconnect with our why, and we will do much, much better.